How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Crystal Palace, Carabao Cup quarter final. It's actually nice to get away from the Premier League, have a little break. Games have been coming thick and fast, and there's a big spotlight on Arsenal at the moment. And anyone would think that we're losing all of our games. Don't get me wrong, there's frustration, there's disappointment not winning games, and I've already explained that when you're in title races and the way that the Premier League is at the moment, draws feel like defeats, and at the moment we're drawing too many games. Only lost 2, but it's those draws. If you could just turn some of those into wins, last 2 in particular, Fulham, Everton, you'd be sitting 2 points behind Liverpool. But as it is, it's still only 6 points, and it is what it is. So yeah, it is nice to take a little break. But yeah, as a twist of fate, we also play Crystal Palace on Saturday in the Premier League. So 2 games back to back against Crystal Palace. Now, I do think this one will be completely different to the one at the weekend. Most notably, the location. This is at the Emirates. The one at the weekend is Selhurst Park. And also the personnel, because this is a game, despite the fact that there is a semi-final at stake, this will be the game where Mikel Arteta rotates things a little bit. I don't think there'll be a lot of rotation, not in comparison to previous rounds, but there will still be a little bit. But it's going to be an interesting one. And when you look at the other teams still left and the potential semi-finals, and I know it's very getting ahead of yourself thinking that you're going to get there, because I certainly don't believe that. But you do obviously look at what's there, and you've got Tottenham against Manchester United in the other quarter-final. You've got Newcastle against Brentford, and you've also got Southampton against Liverpool. Now, if you went with, I'd say the one there that's the toughest to call would probably be Tottenham and Manchester United. Manchester United are going to be absolutely buzzing after their win in the Manchester derby. Spurs are at home and after their performance against Southampton. But if you go by what everybody expects, then you expect Arsenal to win, you expect Newcastle to win, and you expect Liverpool to win. And if Manchester United or Spurs, either one of them won, that could be some tasty semi-finals. But everybody's got a job to do first. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, because you never know. Southampton could beat Liverpool. Brentford could sort out their away form and win at Newcastle, and Crystal Palace can beat us. That's football, and that's the beauty of it. But yeah, listen, like I said, lineup will be interesting. I do feel there will be changes. Not loads, but there will be some. So yeah, with that said, let's go and get into the lineup. Starting off in goal, David Raya. I feel he will play in this game. We do have that unusual situation where our backup goalkeeper, Neto, is actually cup-tied for the Carabao Cup, so we can't play him. I just feel that we're at that stage now where Mikel may not risk one of the youngsters and throw them into the firing line, and I feel that David Raya will probably start this game. Going into the right back position, Jurriën Timber, I do feel he will start this game. And yeah, listen, with the kind of injuries that we've got at the moment, with the amount of injuries we've got, should I say, I do feel that that's what Mikel will go with. We don't have many other options, to be quite honest with you. Right centre-back, William Saliba, again, I don't think we have that many options. If you had a Ben White or somebody like that that could go into that position, you would happily give William Saliba a rest. But I Can't see it happening, and I feel he will start this game. Left centre-back, I believe it will be Kiwior. I know Gabriel came back in the last league game, but off the back of an injury, I just don't see how he would play and, maybe risk anything. It would just be, keep him nice and fresh for the game at the weekend against Crystal Palace. Left back, I believe this may well be Kieran Tierney. I feel it's the right opportunity where you could probably play him. Again, it's a bit of a catch-22, this one, because Kieran Tierney is clearly not in Mikel Arteta's plans moving forward. No matter what he says, he's not in his plans moving forward. In an ideal world, Arsenal will want to sell Kieran Tierney in January. The problem is this. Some will say give him some minutes and then it'll make it nice and easier to sell. And then some like me will say, what if you play him, he gets injured and you're then stuck with him for another 4 or 5 months on the treatment table. Catch-22. But at the end of the day, I feel he will start this game. It's the perfect opportunity to give him some minutes. And that's what I feel Mikel will possibly do. Moving into the midfield, I believe this will be Jorginho. Declan Rice won't take a part in this. Apparently that's the reason why he came off. He had a little niggling injury and whatnot. Ain't going to play. Thomas Partey, no, as well. Saved for the weekend. Probably on the bench. I believe it'll be Jorginho. On the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka. Again, it's one of these positions where I don't feel we've got many other options and many other choices to change things. And I feel that this is what Mikel will go with. Next to him, I believe this will be Ethan Nwaneri. Odegaard will come out. It's the perfect opportunity. Nwaneri's been brilliant in the Carabao Cup so far. And it's another opportunity for him to continue and play. Next to him, I'm going to go with Miles Lewis-Skelly. More in his natural position in the midfield. If Tierney's going to get his opportunity on the left, if Miles Lewis-Skelly at the moment is going to be covering that left-back position, then, that's where he will be at the weekend. But why not give him his opportunity in his more favoured position? And where I do believe he will eventually play for Arsenal and where he's going to be competing. And listen, at the end of the day, more than capable. So good on the ball. The way that he plays, wouldn't have an issue with this at all. And I'd be quite excited to see him and Nwaneri in particular next to each other. On the left-hand side, Raheem Sterling. Mikel's been saying that he needs to give him more opportunities and he's ready and he's not doing anything wrong in training. But then when I see what's going on in Premier League games and he's not getting any minutes, and it's not like, we're in a situation where the scenario is not for him to be brought on, where we might be winning a game and it's close and you just don't want to make too many changes, or we're playing in games where we've needed goals and we need something different and he's still not getting a look in. So that's why you've got to question. But Carabao Cup, he seems to play. He will start this game. And then up front, as the main striker, Gabriel Jesus. Very straightforward, not Kai Havertz. And I believe it will be Gabriel Jesus. And the one thing he needs is a goal. He needs a goal so desperately. And who knows what that will do. But he needs a goal. So listen, there we go. That is the lineup. I think that's a very strong lineup. I think that there's enough changes in there to keep it respectful and, respectful for the opposition that you're playing against. Crystal Palace, would be interesting to see what they do with their lineup. They had a brilliant result last time out in their local derby away to Brighton. But will they be prioritising, Saturday's game as well against us in the Premier League? Is that their bread and butter? Or is this an opportunity for Crystal Palace to, be a couple of games away from Wembley? And let's remember the semi-final. The reason why I say a couple of games is because semi-finals in this are 2 legs, home and away. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but we will wait and see. So there we go. That is it for the lineup. Let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with that lineup. What would you change if you do disagree? Interesting. I think that's enough to get the job done, but we will wait and see. Let's hope that Eddie doesn't come back and haunt us. Would be the way, wouldn't it? But yeah, listen, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.